Most men think discipline is a cage, a set of rules that takes away their freedom. Wake early, train hard, say no to the easy thing, do the work whether you feel like it or not. It sounds like prison, so they avoid it, chase comfort, and call that freedom. They have it exactly backwards. The man with no discipline is not free. He is dragged by every craving, every impulse, every notification. He does what feels good now and pays for it forever. He is ruled, not by a master, but by his own weakest moments. That is the real prison, and most men live in it their whole lives. The Stoics saw the truth 2,000 years ago. The only man who is truly free is the man who governs himself. Here is the problem with the freedom most men chase. They think freedom means doing whatever they want, whenever they want. No rules, no restraint. But a man who does whatever he wants is not free. He is a slave to wanting. Every impulse is an order he cannot refuse. He calls it freedom because no one else is holding the leash. But something is. His own appetite is. The undisciplined life looks like freedom and feels like bondage. More scrolling, more comfort, more easy dopamine, and less control, less capability, less of the life he actually wanted. He is busy obeying himself to death. Epictetus was born a slave and died one of the freest men in history. He said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." He had no money, no status, no power over others. But he had complete power over the one thing that matters: his own responses, his own will. The chains were never the cage, the undisciplined mind was. The Stoic principle is this: discipline is not the opposite of freedom, it is the precondition of it. The man who masters himself is the only man no one else can master. Marcus Aurelius governed the entire Roman world. But he wrote constantly about governing one thing first, himself. He knew that a man who cannot command his own impulses has no business commanding anything else. And a man who can command them needs no one's permission to be at peace. Freedom without discipline is water without banks. It spreads thin and goes nowhere. Discipline is the banks. It does not weaken the water. It gives it direction, force, and power. The constraint is what makes the freedom mean something. Here is what no one tells you about discipline. It does not shrink your life, it expands it. Every hard thing you train yourself to do becomes a door that opens. The disciplined man can do what the undisciplined man only wishes he could. He has options the other will never have, because he paid for them in advance, one hard choice at a time. Discipline is not the price you pay to lose your freedom, it is the price you pay to finally have it. Move 1. Master the small things first. Freedom is not won in the grand gestures. It is won in the small, boring, repeated choices no one sees. The bed made, the workout done, the phone put down. Each one is a rep training the same muscle, the ability to do what you decided instead of what you felt. Master the small things and the large things have nowhere to hide. Marcus did not separate the small from the great. He brought the same disciplined attention to a minor task as to a war. Because he knew the truth, you do not rise to the occasion. You fall to the level of your training. Train in the small hours and the great hours take care of themselves. You cannot command yourself in the storm as you cannot command yourself in the calm. Start there. Move 2. Choose the hard thing on purpose. Comfort is the slow erosion of a man. Every time you take the easy road by default, you train yourself to take it again. The disciplined man does the opposite. He seeks out the harder path on purpose, not because he loves suffering, but because he refuses to let comfort decide who he becomes. Seneca practiced discomfort on purpose. He said, "It is in times of security that the spirit should be preparing for difficulty." Choose the cold, the early rise, the harder workout, the uncomfortable conversation, while you still have the choice. Then, when hardship comes uninvited, it finds a man already free of its grip. The man who only does what is easy is owned by ease. The man who can choose hard answers to no one. Move 3. Act on commitment, not on mood. The undisciplined man waits to feel like it. The disciplined man stopped consulting his feelings a long time ago. Motivation is a mood. It comes and goes like weather, and a life built on it is built on sand. Discipline is deciding once and then no longer asking. The asking is where freedom leaks away. Marcus opened his meditations by telling himself to get out of bed and do the work of a human being, on the days he most wanted to stay warm and idle. Not because he felt inspired, because it was his task, and a man who only acts when inspired is governed by his moods like a leaf by the wind. Feelings are weather, discipline is climate. Build your life on the one that does not change with the morning, and you become free of the one that does. Discipline was never the cage, it was always the key. The man who can govern himself owes nothing to his impulses, bows to no craving, and needs no one's permission to live the life he actually chose. That is the freedom the Stoics meant. Not the freedom to do whatever you feel, that is just slavery with extra steps. The freedom to do what you decided, to be the one who holds the reins of your own life. Every other freedom can be taken from you. This one you build yourself, choice by choice, and once you have it, no one can take it back. Master the small. choose the hard, act without the mood, then be free. If this channel has been forging something in you, subscribe. New episode every Tuesday and Saturday. Then go back to the beginning and watch it all again with new eyes. This is where the discipline has been leading the whole time, not to a cage, to this, the only freedom no one can ever take from you. Start the journey again, and this time be free.